What's up, everyone? Welcome back to episode 40 of the You Might Be Surprised podcast. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to episode 40 of the You Might Be Surprised podcast. What is up, everyone? I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone's having a grand old Monday, and I hope everyone is just living their best life, dude. It's episode 40 of the You Might Be Surprised podcast. I've done 40 of these things, and I've stayed consistent with only missing about 2 or 3 weeks from the start to where I am now. And that is what I want to talk about today. First of all, let's get my socials, and I just want to say thank you so much for the love on the podcast. The views have been up. We gained a bunch of new subscribers. So if you're listening to this on audio, I just want to say thank you. If you're listening to this on video, thank you. Follow my socials, Twitter and Instagram. You can follow my personal accounts at YMBSChris. You can follow the podcast at You Might Be Surprised. That's on YouTube, Instagram, and where all podcast platforms are available, dude. So what's up? It's episode 40. Now, I said something just a second ago where I was like, I stayed consistent. If you watch my podcast from the beginning of the year, I told myself I was going to upload a podcast every damn week of the year. 52 episodes, dude, and I'm committing to it. Now, when I'm telling you right now that I have literally nothing planned and I don't know what I'm going to talk about, I'm being completely honest, because nothing this week that has happened to me or nothing that I saw online that has happened that really made me enthused to talk about. So I thought about not posting a podcast, right? I thought about, hey, I don't need to post one. I can take a week off and just kind of chill. And I almost convinced myself. I was laying here in bed. It's currently 10:35 on a Friday, right? I'm tired. I worked 9 hours, and I was like, dude, I don't need to create a podcast this week. Like, I don't need to put something out because I'd rather put my time in. I'd rather create a good podcast than to upload junk, right? And you want to know what I said to that? Nah. I said, nah. I'm going to put out a podcast even if it sucks. Even if I have nothing to talk about, even if my light behind me is about to run out of batteries, I'm putting out a podcast because consistency is key, right? So I'm doing the damn thing, dude. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. I'm doing it because if I stop now, I'm going to skip the next 2 weeks and then I've already broke it. I'm holding myself accountable. I'm holding myself to it. So we're going to do it. Now, I'm going to save you and me the stress, and I'm going to make this a little bit of a shorter podcast, right? So I have my phone here. I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes, right? It's going. If I can't come up with a good enough thing, I'm just going to end the podcast in 10 minutes, right? So we're going to talk, and I have some things, some free think thoughts. That's what I call brand new thoughts. They're free thinking thoughts. And we're going to talk about it. So one thing we could talk about that you probably saw at the beginning of the podcast is me spilling wine everywhere. I thought, hey, it'd be cool to do a cool shot of me dumping wine into a glass, being all cool, like, welcome to episode 40 of the You Might Be Surprised podcast. Dumping wine into a glass, taking a big sip, all cool, like, because I know what I'm doing. Don't know what I'm doing. And I spilled wine everywhere. Now, did I have to go upstairs and run upstairs and get stain remover? Yes, I did. Right? And did I get a little nervous because it's red wine and my carpets are pretty much white? And was I nervous that I was going to stain my carpet? Yes, I was. But of about 10 minutes of scrubbing, I was able to get it out. And I have no more wine in my carpet. So that's good. That's good, dude. Good thing I'm making this a 10-minute podcast because I'm already out of topics to talk about. You see this liquid death here. Fun fact, there's nothing in the can, but I've been seeing a lot of people drink liquid death. And first of all, I'm obsessed with marketing, right? Like, if you have good enough marketing, you can make a fruit stand be valuable. And Liquid Death probably has the best marketing I have ever seen. And I loved the water so much that I kept the can, and I'm going to put it on all my podcasts until Liquid Death reaches out to me and says, hey, thank you for the free advertisement. Here's a year worth of the carbonated water. And I can die a happy man, because who wouldn't want a year's worth of carbonated water? Also, fun fact about this podcast. So where I'm sitting, there's a vent directly above me. And since it's hot, or since it's cold as balls in Wisconsin, I have the heat running, right? Because I don't want to get cold, right? I don't want it to be like Texas up in here for like all winter. So the heat duct is right above me, and I forgot to turn off the heat for this podcast. So I'm just getting hot air blown on me, and I'm just sweating uncontrollably. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. So let's jump into the next topic. I only have probably about... The time's running down, dude. The time's running down. I'm gonna give you a little quick update on Creative Club. That's actually a good thing that I can talk about here, because it is something that I really want to talk about. So I ordered my first sample of the design, and I don't know what I'm doing, right? I've put in so much money into just content creation and things like that, and it hit me, right, that to be able to be a successful content creator, you can't just go out and start filming yourself doing stuff, because no one cares about that. Every content creator has a purpose behind them, unless you're just a dude that has no purpose, but then that's your purpose, if that makes sense. So like I'm struggling with this, and I kind of struggle with this with everything that I do, is I normally end up quitting. I normally like think it's such a great idea, and I can't be the only one, right? I think of something and I'm like, oh, this is such a great idea, and then I start doing it, and then I get discouraged, and then I just quit. And then what happens is when you do that, you never see the good, the bad, and the ugly of what you're investing your time in. Like if you quit before you even see the good, or if you quit before you see the bad, or if you quit because you see the bad too early and you don't see the good, right? You never know what could happen. And I'm starting this clothing company, one, because I can't find clothes that I like. So if I can create these designs and I can sell it to other people, dope. Because I'm going to make clothes that I like, and I'm just going to be making clothes for me, but I'm also making it because I believe in what I'm doing. Like I said, the Creative Club is for people who want to create, people for creatives, and I'm going to tailor it towards that. Like my first drop is based around, we all like to create for ourselves, but there's nothing more satisfying than seeing the likes on your phone when you do, like when you create something good. It has the Creative Club heart. It has the 1,000 plus likes on the back with like a heart. It's pretty cool. I'll throw it up on the screen. And that's like my first drop. And I don't know what I'm doing. Like I don't have I have a marketing strategy kind of. Where I just know that I'm going to take really cool photos. I'm going to make a promo. I'm going to dump some money into advertising. I feel like I need to be like dancing on TikTok, right? I feel like I need to be dancing on TikTok because that's how you get like trendy, or I need to be like that TikTok trend right now, like where like it pans and like, oh, what is wrong with me? Like that song goes bum bum be dum bum 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 bum, right? So like I feel like I need to be doing some sort of that, but it's just like the way my brain works is I get inspired for like 20 minutes and I run off of that 20 minutes, right? I'm basing the rest of my day off of that 20 minutes and I have to act on it because otherwise I work so much that like just laying down and doing absolutely nothing sounds absolutely fantastic. So pushing myself to do more is so hard. It's so hard. And like, I have to keep reminding myself that I'm so young. I'm the youngest person alive. I'm so young. And it's so hard for me to remind myself of this stuff because I'm looking at myself. I'm like, I'm a failure. I live at home. I'm in debt. I have a camera that's worth $4,000 and I'm not making any money off of it. I have a podcast where I sit and talk by myself and a camera. And it gets views, but it's not, I'm not making money off of it. And I get really down on myself about all these things. And a lot of it, like, I quit. Like I said, like I didn't want to do it today. I didn't want to do like it. Like if I don't want to go to the gym, I'll say like I'm too tired. Like I don't need to go to the gym, and things like that. And I just try to. I'm trying this year to persevere through it. And even though if it's gonna be bad, not everything I put out is gonna be great. Not everything's gonna be 1 million plus views. Not everything's gonna be 100 plus views, right? The small inchworm grows. And it's just, for me, I don't want to see success right away, but I'd like to know that like I'm doing the right thing. That's like the one thing that like I hate so far about life is like after you graduate college, right? So like when you're born to like till you graduate college, your next goal is to getting to the next year. And once you graduate college, you literally don't have a goal, right? Because your life is open to do whatever you want with it. You want to live at home for the rest of your life? Cool. Parents will let you? Cool. You want to live in an apartment, find a girl, and start a family? Cool. Do you want to travel Europe and then not move back to America? Cool. Do it. You want to go put on a vest and go hiking and get lost in the woods and then build a log cabin and live there for the rest of your life? Cool. And for me, I don't like not knowing what I'm doing. And that's the timer. And I'm going to leave it at that. I don't like knowing that I don't know what I'm doing. That's the biggest thing for me. Because it's stressful because I don't know if what I'm doing is the right thing to be doing. Whether it's for my career, whether if it's relationships, whether it's family. I don't like living in uncertainty. I wish I knew. I wish there was a clear path like there has been for the rest of your life. If you are fine making $50,000 for the rest of your life and you want to live in a shack and eat Fruity Pebbles all day, dude, you can do that. At least you know what you want to do. At least you know what you want to do. You know what? I'm going to end the podcast here. I hope you guys liked my freestyle. I hope you guys enjoyed this literally off the dome podcast. I had no plans going into this. But if you listened this far, I just want to say thank you. I promise you, next podcast will be better. I'm just freestyling. But maybe it'll make a better podcast. Who knows? Whenever you record podcasts, if you do everything, if you do anything on your own, whether it's creating a video, art, when you first start, you're like, what the, like, and you're looking at it while you're doing it, you're like, what am I doing? Like, this doesn't work out. But after you watch it back and you take a step back and you see it all, you're like, oh, things are starting, like, it looks good, even though you thought it looked like shit. So I'm getting the podcast here, the shortest podcast of all time. Anyways, I've been Chris. You've been beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me. I'm out here. New podcast every week. Every Monday. Drops every Monday. But I've been Chris. You've been beautiful. Try something new. You might be surprised what happens. Peace, guys. I'm going to call this podcast Shooting in the Dark.